we're going to shoot over to Oceanvolt. Of course, these guys are the market leaders at the moment when it comes to regeneration of power. Oliver, good to see you.
Mate, good to see you.
G'day. Right, I want you to tell me all about what's going on here. Obviously, we were talking about propellers today, and I want to talk about your ServoProp. What makes it special?
Well, our ServoProp is a controllable pitch propeller.
Yeah.
And what that means is that down here we have a small gearbox in the front. So there's actually 2 electric motors in this electric propulsion system. There's your main drive motor, and then you've got a small motor down here which adjusts the angle of your prop blade.
Oh, I can hear it turning there.
Yeah, exactly. It's good stuff. And what this means is that when you're not using it, the blades feather and provide almost no drag. Then as soon as you take your throttle lever out, put it into forward, the blades rotate into the optimum angle to provide forward thrust.
Yeah.
Then same again in reverse. And then we also have a third mode for regeneration. So the blades go to the perfect angle to provide the maximum amount of power generation whilst you're sailing.
Fantastic. So of course this is a prop which is not something that you can chop and change and buy for anywhere else, right?
No,
it's part of your unit specifically.
Exactly. This is our own patented technology that our guys in Finland have invented.
Yeah.
And it's currently only available in the sail drive configuration. It's not available on the shaft drive configuration.
Do you think you'll do that in the future?
I mean, if I knew the future, I'd be a stockbroker, wouldn't I?
He's probably right there. So that's a no, I think.
At the moment, it's not on the
telling
cards,
him.
but it could be maybe at some point, but not for a little while.
Yeah, so it's a really interesting idea. And again, so we've got a nice curve to the blade, which is helping us with that. What's the words I'm looking for here? The pitch from one end to the other, trying to keep a uniform pitch and force on the prop as it spins. The only thing I would say it maybe is missing a little bit is that sort of aerofoil shape. However, that kind of makes sense as well, because when you flip it the other way, that would be backwards, so it wouldn't work. So you've just gone for, rather than full-on efficiency in forward or regen, it's equally efficient in both areas.
In all 3, forwards, reverse, and
forward, reverse, and
regen. And the great advantage of this versus a folding prop or any other kind of non-intelligent prop is, I mean, every prop has its advantages, pros and cons, but most folding props have pretty poor performance in reverse.
That they do.
Whereas you get the same amount of thrust in forward and backwards with this.
Regarding reliability and the likes, how does this system actually work? Bearings, bushers, and the motor, how is that sealed?
So we've got different kinds of O-ring seals inside, plus the ServoProp motors are liquid cooled up here with a non-conductive oil. So the same kind of stuff that goes into a computer to keep it cool, with the supercomputers. But then on the front here, this is a grease cap. So this needs to be replaced every year. And
the grease cap itself gets replaced?
Yeah, the grease cap inside. So inside here, there's a small, we call it a piston, but it looks sort of like a poker chip.
Yeah.
And what it does is it slowly releases gas. So that's at the bottom of the cap.
Okay.
And then we fill it with grease. So over the course of 12 months, that gas gets released and pushes that grease into the mechanism.
Right. So that is permanently charged.
Yeah.
Wow. So that's like having a grease gun built in.
Exactly.
Genius.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Just one more question, which is reliability-wise, and if you did need parts or you want to get this end piece, what happens if you were in the middle of nowhere?
So if you're planning to do a longer voyage, then obviously as part of your planning
you take spares anyway,
take a spare with you.
I mean, that's just sensible.
But we have agents in many countries all the way around the world, and if not, then you just contact us at Oceanvolt and we have the service kits are on the shelf ready to go.
So I think it's fair to say that these guys are definitely the leaders in regeneration of power and also in electric motors at the moment. I think it's really cool to see someone taking regen seriously. There's not enough people doing that. It's definitely somewhere that the future's going. Really exciting to see these guys pushing this further forward. And the new one's massive. It's certainly not for boats that I will ever afford. But it's exciting to see all the same. Anyway, mate, cheers, Oliver. We'll catch up with you in a bit. Thanks, mate.
Thanks for stopping by.
Cheers, man.